Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but inside is so delightful. It's Christmas in July. Let's review. Oh, let's review. Let's review. Oh, let's review. Season 2. Meow. That's right. Da 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 da. Yeah, I'm not sure I got that intro completely right, but whatever. So, welcome everyone. Welcome to the first solo show of Christmas in July 2015. I don't really like to do very many of these solo shows by myself anymore because, frankly, who wants to watch one guy talk in front of the camera, not have any interaction with anyone else? I don't know. Just seems like, it frankly seems like not the best, most engaging type of video to make. But alas, we need to fill in the 31 calendar days so far, and we are a few episodes behind at Christmas in July. So let me tell you what we're missing. We're missing Pokemon, which we are obviously about to do and about to get it over with. We are also missing the very awesome Yo Gabba Gabba Christmas special, as well as Pee-wee's Playhouse, as well as Adventure Blue Dude and I's hypothetical Gravity Falls Christmas special. So those will all be coming straight away. Tomorrow, me and Blue Dragon 5 will be doing a bit of a debate Christmas in July. We will be doing the Malcolm in the Middle Christmas special versus the Big Bang Theory Christmas special, so look out for that. But in the meantime, here's the first of what will probably be a few makeup Christmas in July's, just to kind of get us back on track. So Stantler's Little Helpers. I don't have a ton of background on this because, frankly, I just kind of found it on YouTube, and I don't know much about it. I'm wondering, because to me, the setup of the thing really feels like something along the lines of Pikachu and Pichu or Pikachu's Vacation, the short Pokemon films that they put before the movie. So I don't know if this is one of those. I don't know if it's just a standalone thing that they decided to do one year. I have no idea. All I can really gather is that chronologically, it seems like this takes place, I want to say maybe the third season of the show. If the third season of the show is after after Terry leaves and then Brock comes back. So that's about all I know. I wasn't initially going to review a very, very controversial episode of Pokemon entitled Holiday Hijinks, but I decided, you know what, there's only so much like, oh, ha, 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 look at that, it's racist jokes I can make before it gets old. So for that reason, I decided to go for a more kind of humble Christmas in July. And with that in mind, let's get to it, because in spite of, this is definitely the shortest Christmas in July that we'll be reviewing this year. It's only about 9 minutes of actual screen time with a big 4-minute chunk of credits, which kind of threw me off guard, but whatever, it's all good. So we start with Ash, Misty, and Brock. They're in the middle of this kind of secluded, foresty Christmas cabin. You don't even really see much of Ash, Misty, and Brock at all. This is definitely a special that's meant to be from the Pokemon's side of their perspective, which I find refreshing. I've always liked shorts like Pikachu's Vacation and the like. So, so Ash and Misty and Brock are just basically getting the Pokemon ready for bed. There's a hilarious little bit where Pikachu and Togepi are kind of making faces at each other, which I find just adorable. I always like Pikachu and Togepi's chemistry. Brock saying goodnight, and then I'm assuming it's Christmas Eve. Yeah, it's probably Christmas Eve. And then Chikorita is the first one to get out of her Pokeball, and she wakes up Pikachu. She carries Pikachu out of bed with her vines, and then she does something kind of adorable. She snuggles on up to Ash, which I thought was fun, because it's like, obviously Pikachu is Ash's, #1 ally. I mean, come on. But, it's kind of an interesting little idea, like what other Pokemon in Ash's collection really kind of have that same sort of affinity for Ash. I don't know, just interesting sort of psychological psychological implications there. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see. So Togepi wakes up, and then Bulbasaur, Vulpix, Psyduck. There's a beetle Pokemon, but I don't know the name of it, and I'm sorry I don't. Please correct me in the comments. It's a blue beetle type Pokemon. I really don't know what it is. I mean, it looks familiar. I just can't think of the name. Let's see. Poliwag's also there, and they're viewing. You know, they get a view of a big Christmas tree from outside, and that all kind of inspires them. But then what really inspires them is that they see a falling star out in the distance. And like a mob, everyone rushes out, and the group literally stumbles over Santa and his injured reindeer, or in this case, his injured Stantler, hence Stantler's little helpers. So bottom line is, Stantler, he's been injured, and he cannot perform his Christmas duties as per usual, and Pikachu, he's worried about this. Santa, you know, he says that, well, there's this particular type of berries that'll make Stantler stronger. So the Pokemon say they'll find more, and they split up to look, and enters the plot. Oh, yes. So the first thing we see, which I thought was really kind of clever, was, you know, they're not really doing a good job right off the bat, but Pikachu gets an idea. And he gets an idea to take the star off of the giant Christmas tree and put it on his head, like so. So that kind of rounds up one of our tropes of the star on the top of the Christmas tree. I thought that was creative because Pikachu was able to light it up and get, you know, and get kind of a light source for everyone. Let's see. And then Poliwag, you know, Poliwag's pushing snow away. Psyduck's digging. Psyduck actually turns into a giant snowball that rolls over everyone, which is kind of funny. I love me some Psyduck. Vulpix is melting the snow with their fireball. So basically, everyone's kind of contributing in their own way, using their own kind of special Pokemon powers. But then Vulpix, she calls to them because she found basically a mountain full of berries. I love this bit because Togepi's trying to climb up the mountain wall, and then Pikachu's just like, no, no. And then he just kind of wags his finger just a little bit like, don't do that. You're not safe, Togepi. I'll go. And then so Pikachu starts climbing. Everyone starts cheering them on. And then Pikachu, you know, he's struggling, but he's making progress, and he finds the berries, and everyone's going nuts. And oh my God, it's so damn happy. Pikachu falls, but Bulbasaur and Chikorita's vines are there to catch him. Yay. So they rush back to Santa Claus with all their berries intact. Stantler, he's looking really sick, but upon eating the berries and upon all the Pokemon feeding him the berries, there's another shooting star, and with that, Stantler gets up, and he's energetic as ever, and it sounds like there's going to be a Christmas after all. Santa, who I must say is very soft-spoken and, you know, and kind of laid back in the special. I mean, he's very much, I wouldn't necessarily say laid back. I'd say he's more reserved. You know what I mean? But, you know, he says things, and he wishes them Merry Christmas and all that good stuff, all that. They have presents to deliver, so all the Pokemon, they're running to see Santa take off, and then Santa and all the Stantlers, they basically have an E.T. moment where they go, you know, they go over the foreground of the moon, like da 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 da. So snow's falling, all the Pokemon are filled with holiday cheer, Stantlers flying off. Wow. Yeah, heartwarming Christmas. The next morning, just kind of round things off. Ash is, you know, I believe it's outside of the cabin. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like I said, I'm not necessarily sure that Ash, Misty, and Brock are ever actually seen. I think, like, the most you see is, like, the side of Ash's head or something like that. I don't know. But it's outside the cabin, and Ash is just like, wow, look at all the presents. Because the Pokemon helped, and that's why there's presents. You know, Brock's all excited. Best Christmas ever, and then they zoom out at the camera for an extended credits sequence. All right, yeah, and that was Stantler's Little Helpers in about 5 minutes time. My God, that was easy to summarize. Okay, so I guess my overall thoughts on this short, I mean, obviously it's not gonna be like it's not gonna be a short that just blows me away and it's just like, oh my God, this changes the way I feel about holiday specials. No, it's exactly what I thought it'd be. It's a fun, breezy, light little 10 minutes. If you're into Pokemon, it's awesome. There's no real Team Rocket or anything like that. There's just, you know, a bunch of different Pokemon working well off of each other. I guess specifically Bulbasaur, Pikachu, Chikorita, Vulpix, Togepi. They all have a lot of good stuff going on this episode. And it's just fun to see Pokemon working together to achieve a goal and using their various different powers and elements and everything like that. It's a nice story. You know, there's no real huge stakes involved, and it doesn't feel like there's huge stakes involved. It's just nice. It's just a nice, breezy special. It's certainly not anything too memorable, but I wanted to do a Pokemon thing, and I think this is probably a better thing to do than the alternate Pokemon episode. I might get to that one day if I find a classy way to handle that, but that's the issue, is finding a classy way to handle an episode like Holiday Hijinks. So, all right, I guess real quick, I will go through a few of the tropes here on Stantler's Little Helpers. Well, let's see. We have the Christmas Eve, of course. We have tucking everyone into bed on Christmas Eve. We have the adventure on Christmas Eve. A lot of Christmas Eve related tropes here. Santa live in person. We have the trope of needing to help one of the reindeers. I think that's pretty big. Pikachu uses the star on top of the tree in a pretty creative way. And I'd say that's about it. You know, the teamwork, coming together as a team for the holidays to achieve a goal. Santa, you know, Santa flying off and everyone getting gifts and everything. So that's mostly it. You know, it's mostly comes down to Santa is in the special. It's all on Christmas Eve, all about helping the reindeer, the star on top of the tree. Those are really the big tropes to nail down for this year's Christmas in July. Now, as many of you know, if you've been watching our Christmas in July, we are making a list. We are checking it twice. We are making little doodles on the side of the page. Yeah. So far on the list, you know, the little list to look over, and by the end of the month, we'll be like, oh man, we did all those. So we have right now Rugrats Let It Snow, the I Love Lucy Christmas show. Are you rushing or are you dragging? Batman Invasion of the Secret Santas from Brave and the Bold. We also have All in the Family, Draft Dodgers, as well as a Rocket Power Christmas. Whoa. We also have Bells of Fraggle Rock. Bells of Fraggle Rock. Yeah. Holly Jolly Secrets from Adventure Time. Indeed, indeed. Inspector Gadget. Merry Christmas, Keenan. Tubaphone. Let's see. You're a Dirty Rotten Bastard from The Nostalgic Critic. The Lou Grant Show. The Pinky and the Brain Christmas Special. Really good one. Holiday Time at Disneyland. Now, Santa, are you rushing or are you dragging? The Wild Thornberries, have yourself a Thornberry Merry Christmas. Doug's Christmas Story. Cleveland, the Cleveland Brown Christmas Show. The Odd Couple. A Bed's Uncontrollable Christmas from Community. Guardians of the Galaxy. And finally, right there, you'll see Stantler's Little Helpers. All right. So, folks, as we're here to do every night on Christmas in July, it's always about finding the tropes, you know, what tropes work, what tropes don't, and what tropes add up to the ultimate holiday experience. How are we going to do that, you might ask? Well, it's quite simple. We are going to be doing that, like we do every episode, by putting the mistletoe underneath the microscope. Next time on Christmas in July. Fa la 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 la. Yeah, that's right.